Now, welcome to one and all RYLA finalists and Rotarians to RYLA Final Day 3. This is the last and final session of RYLA 2020-2021. We've had exciting sessions so far, and points are given for all the activities you participated in. Would you like to know where your team stands?
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
You won't change
Suddenly
the
also
slide
quiet.
until you say yes. Okay, next slide, please.
Are you going to show the leaderboard? Sorry, Millie?
I'm doing it.
Yeah, so Millie, you can read from this.
Okay, so at the 8th place, 5 brilliant intellectuals. 7th place, For Real. And 6th place, we have RYLA Rangers. 5th place, Aqua Rangers. 4th place, 6 Flicks. 3rd place, Group 007. And we have a tie here. Checkmate and Plant It Right. They both got the same number of points. So today what we're going to have is team engagement activities where you will be able to also get more points from those activities. So do your best in those activities and you may be able to get to 1st place if you're on the 8th place and so on and so forth. So these numbers can change, the standing can change. Do your level best at today's team activity and participate. Yeah. All right. So next, may I invite past Governor Kirenjit Kaur, RYLA co-organizing chairman, for a welcoming address. PDG.
Thank you, Millie. Thank you. I was just trying to give last minute motivation to my team. FBI, doesn't matter. We are all winners. We can get to the top rung. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for just stirring us up with that leaderboard, Millie. I didn't know I needed that, but thanks for sharing that. Finally, guys, RYLArians, a shout out to our governor, Governor KS Teo, Rotary Open Opportunities Governor, I think, who's in the room today. He is so passionate about our RYLA program. Welcome, Governor. Our last day for our 2021 RYLA. We are so excited. Goosebumps came up when I saw the leaderboard. Each and every one of you worked hard to get to this day. And I really appreciate the organizing team that's made this happen for all of us. I'm wishing all our participants today a fun day because today we have arranged something very different. We have outsourced our team engagement event just to have a good 2 solid hours of team building in a different way. We are doing it differently this year. So it's something that I think would benefit all our RYLA participants. So as you know, our Rotary Youth Leadership Award is meant to develop our future generations of leaders. So as you move along after today you'll also be listening to another speaker whom I hope will instigate and also motivate you to move towards thinking what's next after our RYLA event. So guys, stay tuned. I hope that today would be precious to you as it is to all our team members who's organizing our RYLA, to all the Rotarians who's been here supporting and very passionate towards our service towards the younger generation. With that, I welcome all of you and take it away, team, for next stage of our last day of our program.
Thank you, past Governor. We'd like to, okay,
I think I missed this one. Okay,
would you like to do?
a big thank you to also our sponsors. You see the beautiful orange t-shirts we are wearing. We wore blue on the first day. We wore, what's the other color? Green, right? No.
Yellow.
We wore yellow on day 2, made possible by the sponsors. Yayasan Club Rotary Malaysia, thank you very much. And the 3 wonderful clubs, Rotary Club of Subang, Rotary Club of Bandar Sungai Petani, and the Rotary Satellite Club of Pudu Millennials made our event, our virtual event, possible. Thank you. Mwah.
Thank you, Past Governor. Okay, so now the next segment is team engagement. And I would like to invite Shirley Home from PurpleAntz events to take on this session. Shirley?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Millie. Let me just share my screen. I'm sure all of us are very, very excited right now because it's the most exciting part. And let me just put on the screen first. Okay. So I'm sure all of you, all teams are very, very excited now that you know where your standing is at the leaderboard. But let me tell you, the points are very close to each other. I mean, we have the first and second placing tied at the moment. So you can just imagine. And I think from the last time that we shared the leaderboard on day 2, and now when we show you the leaderboard, you can see that the teams have changed in their positioning. Remember, I told you, you may be last in the beginning. You can become the champion on day 3. You never know. All right. I've seen that happen many times. So don't give up, teams. You know, have faith in yourself because each and every one of you are very important today for all the activities that is lined up. All right. And don't be disheartened if you're just 3 people in the team or 4 people in the team, because trust me, at the end of the day, it's all about teamwork. If you have that teamwork, it doesn't matter. It can be 3 of you and you can still become the champion. All right. So let's give Checkmate and Plant It Right a fight for that top 2 positions. All right. Or top 3 for that matter. Even group 007 also. Okay. So now let me brief you about what's in store for you for the next 2 hours. We are having the Around the World Virtual Explorace. So we're going to really take you around the world today, all right? And this is what's going to happen, the format of the program. You're going to have 3 challenges in total. The first task, which is Times Square. So we're going to go to New York and you have 10 questions there giving you 2 points each. And this will then give you 20 points in total. And then task 2 is where we'll take you to Buckingham Palace, London. And there's 10 questions there giving you 2 points each also. And you have 20 points to gain from there. And you have task 3, which is Shibuya in Tokyo. And there's also 10 questions there to do and 2 points each, giving you 20 points. Now, in order to get to tasks 1, 2, and 3, there are qualifying rounds that you have to go through first. And even at the qualifying rounds, you earn points from there, which contributes to your overall points for today. And there is in total 3 qualifying rounds, 10 points each. So there's 30 points to also gain from the qualifying round. And then lastly, we have what we call the bonus task, giving you 10 points. And that gives you a perfect score of 100 points to gain today. Now with 100 points, let me tell you, team at the 8th placing can go to the 1st placing. So do not give up. This is going to be the decider on the final standings for the teams. All right. Now, in case there is a tiebreaker in terms of points, we need to have a tiebreaker criteria to determine the champion. And it will be on the submission sequence for task 3, which is Shibuya, Tokyo. So which means the team that submits first gets to be the winner. All right, so this is the tiebreaker criteria, because we noticed from first day and second day, we've been having a lot of teams tying. So we need to decide the winner for today because it being the final task. And you have 2 hours in total, this whole activity that's going to happen. Now, let me just go through with you from the format of how it's going to happen. Firstly, we're going to start with qualifying round 1. All right. So in qualifying round 1, it's going to be a quiz trivia. And we are going to be using Kahoot for this. All right. That is why I have sent a message to all the team leaders to assign a nickname for each and every one of you. So example, if you're in group 1 and you have 4 members there, so each one of you will be known as G1-1, G1-2, G1-3, and G1-4. So that's the reason why the assignment of the name was given earlier itself, so that when you log into Kahoot later, you log in with this nickname. All right. I do not want you to key in your name, because when you key in G1-1 or G1-2, that's when I know how to accumulate the points for the group. All right. So that's very important. Now, based on this, your performance as a team in qualifying round 1, if you get an average points of 7 points and above, then the link for you to do task 1 will be sent to the team leader via WhatsApp. That is why all team leaders from the 8 groups have been already informed earlier to be alert and to check your WhatsApp, because the link will be given to you if your team qualifies with 7 points and above. Now, for teams who did not get an average of 7 points and above, that means you got less, there will be a penalty of 3 minutes you have to wait before the link is sent to you. All right, so which means you have a disadvantage of 3 minutes. And then you are given 25 minutes to complete task 1 and submit your answers via the Google form link that was given to you. Then we move to qualifying round 2, which will be another task, another quiz. And after that, based on your results, again, if your average points per team is 7 and above, then the link for task 2 Buckingham Palace will be given to you, will be given to your team leader via WhatsApp, so that the team can start doing the task. Those who get less than 7 points, you have to wait 3 minutes before the link is given to you. All right. And then you go into qualifying round 3, and then you do another set of tasks here. And based on your results, 7 points and above, you will get the link to task 3, which is Shibuya, Tokyo. Those who get, the team that get less than 7 points, wait 3 minutes before the link is given to the team leader. So quite clear about the flow of this. And then finally, of course, everyone comes back to do the bonus task. All right. So this is how it looks like. Any questions so far? Please unmute and ask the questions. All right. Quite clear about the flow. Can I see some answers? Because I can't see the chat, so someone needs to check this for me, please.
No questions so far, Shani.
Okay. Now, please take note. Task 1, Times Square. You will be given a 360 degrees view of Times Square. Now, when I say 360 degrees view of Times Square means you can use your cursor, you can move left, right, up, down, 360 degrees to see the whole area. All right. So the answers are found on the main signages, on the buildings, on the billboards, and even on mascots that you see along that stretch. All right. So read the instructions very clearly in the question that will be given to you. It will tell you very clearly that the answers are not in sequence. All right. So if you have 3 of you, 4 of you, or 5 of you, you need to work together and find these answers within the time limit that's given to you, which is 25 minutes only. All right. Now, if you can't find the answer, it's okay. Try to answer as many questions as possible and submit within the deadline. All right. Because if you submit after the deadline, you will be forfeited and it's 0 points for you. All right. So be mindful about the time. Very important. Answer as many questions as you can. Well, once you reach your time, before you reach your timeline, just 2-3 minutes before your timeline, submit your answers ASAP. Don't get your team forfeited. All right. So it's the same thing with Buckingham Palace. We will be testing you on your listening skills. and 10 questions will be given. They are not in sequence also. Get the answers, quickly put it into your Google form, submit it within the timeline. For Buckingham Palace, you only have 15 minutes. And then when it comes to Shibuya, Tokyo, you also do the same thing. Now, Shibuya, Tokyo is not a 360 degrees view. It's only following the trail. All right, so you can't look left, right. You can't move your cursor to look left and right, but it's okay. All the answers are clearly visible. We did not take small signages. All are huge signages which you can see. All right, so write down your answers. Put in your answers at the Google form, submit within the timeline, which is 25 minutes also. No worries. Before we start the task, Raj will announce the start time and the end time so that all of you all are clear when you are supposed to submit the answers. All right. Do you have any more questions to ask me?
Yeah, there's a question saying only laptop can use.
That is why I recommend that you have 2 devices, because your laptop is used to log into Zoom here, so that later when we run the quiz, when we run all the qualifying tasks, you can see it on the screen in your Zoom. And when you need to answer, you use your handphone for it. Or to do any research, you use your handphone for this. So that is why we recommend 2 devices. Now, if you're just using your handphone, it's going to be very cumbersome for you to be switching screens. All right. So hence why we ask you to have both. I hope I answered that question.
Another question, are we going to split into breakout rooms?
No breakout rooms, so have your own individual group discussions. I know you already have a WhatsApp group, so you can have your discussions there, or you can have your own WhatsApp conference and do that. So we leave it to you how you want to discuss with your team members. Any other questions?
That's all in the chat.
Okay, so if no questions, let's get started. So we're going to start with the first task, but before I do that, team leader for group 1, can I have a confirmation that all your team members are in?
Yeah, they're in.
Thank you, Prashant. Can I have group 2, Ramina, can I have a confirmation all your team members are in?
Yes, we are all in.
Good. Group 3, can I have a confirmation? Faye, can I have a confirmation that your team members are all in?
Yep.
Great. And group 4. Group 4 is
For reals. All team members are in.
yes. Thank you very much, Ashwini. And then can I have group 5, Long Fu? Can I have a confirmation?
All members are here.
Yes. Group 6, Perishina.
Yes, everyone is here.
All right. Group 7, Samantha.
Yes, all here.
Great. And group 8, Danny.
Yes, all is here.
All right. Great. So is everybody ready? I need you to get yourself into www.kahoot.it because your first qualifying task is a quiz trivia of 10 questions. It's general knowledge questions. So it depends. It will be an average score taken by team. So that means if you have 3 people in the team, based on your 3 people's answers, divide by 3 gives that average score. All right. So remember, you need to get 7 points and above. In order to get the link, else you will incur a wait time of 3 minutes. So while y'all are getting yourself to www.kahoot.it, let me pull up the screen so that I can display the game ID to y'all for y'all to log in. So remember, you need to log in as your the number given to you. So if you are in group 1, so like G1-1 or G1-2, something like that. All right. Okay, let me share the screen. All right, so this is the game ID. Get yourself to kahoot.it. Preferably, please use your handphone for this. If your laptop is on Zoom, so you can see the questions in Zoom, and then you answer via your phone. So the game ID is 5327782, as how you can see on the screen. don't have to put your name. I don't need it, but it's okay. If you already log in, fine, leave it as such. I just need the G1 dash whatever number. That's the key thing here. Yeah. Okay, we have 31 participants. Anyone coming in? I'm just going to give another 30 seconds before we actually start the qualifying round 1, which is a quiz trivia. So remember, there's 10 questions, general knowledge, answer to the best of your ability. You're only given 10 seconds, so you have to be quick. Points are given for your correct answer, all right? Okay, 33 participants. All right, we're going to start now. Everybody get ready. Let's start. First question. Who is this national swimmer based on the picture that is shown to you? Oh, you have 20 seconds for this. Yes, it's none other than Wilson Sim. So there's a few of you that got that wrong, but it's okay. Let's just watch the fun. Yep, this is just based on how fast they answered the correct answer, but no worries. You are given points based on the correct answer. All right. Question number 2. Which of the following is not Rotary's area of focus? 10 seconds for this. Yes, youth, sports and development is not Rotary's area of focus. 26 of you got that right. And now moving on to the next question. What is this logo? So logo is shown to you. Identify this logo for us. 10 seconds given. Yes, that logo is none other than Monopoly. And all right, quite good. You all are doing. 4th question. Which of these has the longest wavelength? Yep, and the answer is radio waves. Not many of you got that right, but 8 of you did. So that's going to make that difference. Then moving on to the next question. What flag is this? Which country has this flag? Yep, it's South Africa. Majority got that right. So moving on to the next question. Which countries have the longest international borders? Yes, the answer is Canada and USA, and only 8 of you got that right. And moving on to the the 7th question. Who is the district governor, Treaty of Malaysia for Rotary year 2021, 2022? Had the privilege of having 3 district governors as your judges last week. So who is the district governor? Yes, it's Dato' Bindi Rajasegaran. Most of you got that right. And moving on to the 8th question. What logo is this? Yep, it's Fitbit. And now we move on to the second last question. Which country does this flag belong to? You're only given 20 seconds for this, so I will stop that at 40 seconds. All right. Yep, it's Nepal. And now we move on to your last question in the quiz. How many sports are there in the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics list? Yep, it's 33. And with that, this is just for the fun of it, the third placing for being fast and accurate went to G62. G73 took in for the second, and the champion for being fast and accurate went to none other than G44. Wow. Okay, so now while I'm tabulating the results, I'll pass it over for a while to Dina to handle while I tabulate your results.
All right, guys, well done. You have completed your qualifying round 1. All right, just give us a few minutes to tabulate. And in the meantime, while we're waiting, I would like to invite Raj to explain task 1 once again for your clarity. Raj.
Thanks, Dina. So participants, while Shirley is tabulating, I want to explain a bit about task 1. So task 1 will be in Times Square, New York. So it's a video where it's a tour. So the video will move, and as Shirley mentioned, you can move the cursor up, down, left, right, center, 360 degrees you can turn. And we will give you an online form link. When you click on the online form link, you will have 10 questions plus the location link, the Times Square link. So the 10 questions, you got to answer decipher the clue, the puzzle, and get the answer. And the answer will be on the signage along the tour. So it's a bit of a treasure hunt here. So while you're walking along the Times Square, while you're following the video, just look left, right, up, down for the answers. Yeah. So have you guys done treasure hunts? Put it on the chat. How many of you have done treasure hunt? Car, LRT, walk, motorbike, bicycle.
Treasure hunt, no, but scavenger hunt I've done before.
Okay, that's still a hunt.
Yeah.
Scavenger hunt is the younger sister of treasure hunt, so it's fine.
Too long ago, yes, I have done Pokeball hunt, e-hunt.
Pokeball hunt.
Me, but not virtually.
Yeah. The only difference is you are navigating the map on screen. That's all. Compared to the in-person when you're walking with the map. So this we give you a video link. So you just watch the video, it will move and you will see signages left and right. So the answers can be on the business signage, direction signage, an ad, a business name, or it can be like a mascot standing there, right? So
At this particular video, we can go 360 view, right?
Yeah, but don't play with that too much. Don't waste time. Yeah.
All the teams required to submit or only the leader?
One submission per team. All right, so we'll give you an online form link. You click on the link, then you have the questions there. So maybe one person be in charge to put in the answers and submit. Not all 4, not all 3 of you. Yeah, we will only submit. We'll only accept one submission per team, and only the first submission will be accepted. So don't
spelling mistakes allowed.
Click submit. Spelling mistakes, if I don't understand that word, of course, is not accepted. Try not to.
We'll be giving the time, right? How many minutes left?
Are you reading their question or you asking questions?
I'm asking on behalf of them.
I'm looking at the chat. There's no question.
A spokesperson for them.
So you're reading their mind. Wow.
Yeah, you can do that. Alright, guys, just give us a couple of more minutes. We need to know who's going to be penalized and who's going to go on to the next round without getting penalized with those 3 minutes. Okay, as you can see, Shirley is busy counting. I don't know if I should talk or not because she's losing it. She can't concentrate anymore, right? Okay, so don't worry about anything. Just keep playing, work as a team, flood your chat groups. I can see group number 4 is talking in the group non-stop. Well done, guys. And just relax and enjoy. right? There's a couple of more minutes to go. So
if you want more tips, you can assign roles within your team. There's 3, 4 of you. So one person can be the research expert who does all the research on general knowledge questions or cryptic questions. And another person can be the navigator who scans through the tour. Another person can be the one who inputs the answer, right? So if you can assign roles, then you can do things faster rather than everyone getting into it. Right?
All right.
Okay, boss is back.
woohoo!
So I have the results, and sad to say, no one qualified.
My God.
So there's no 7 points and above. Closest was 6.75 points, so you don't qualify.
May like I
You
said
know?
that.
So hence, everyone, Raj, can you give the start time so that we will wait 3 minutes before we post it.
No, we can start and minus
Yeah.
3 minutes from duration.
At least I will have some time.
Yeah. Okay, so from 25 minutes, we'll minus 3. So everyone will get 22 minutes.
Still doable, guys. Still doable. Don't
Right?
worry.
22. So we'll take it as 3:34, the start time.
Wait, Raj, because I need to post the links to everybody
Yeah,
first.
there's
then
1 minute. I'm giving 1 minute extra.
Wetter than Katrina, yeah, my girl, you never seen her. Cause my team's by limousines. My touch say is tomatoes. With the plus your man, the minus. My team blowing on that slam. Make you cough, cough, that's bronchitis. Put your hands up. It's a tick up, no more makeup. Get that ass on the floor, ladies. Put your
There any way they can mute the sound while doing the quiz?
double entendre. While you hating, I get money. Then I double up
It's distraction.
Yes, pick up the. Or you can leave audio.
That's
You
okay.
can leave audio.
Last 3 minutes. Let's not pressure them too much.
Okay, okay. Shh. Let's. Hey, what? 3 minutes? Only one. Now it's
1 more
3:55.
minute. Yep, 1 more minute. Come on, submit. Don't get your team disqualified. Raj, how many teams have submitted?
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. Group 3, not yet.
3, come on, group
Okay,
3.
done. All 7.
All right. Well done.
Nice, nice,
Okay, let
nice.
them have a breather. So how did you find your first task? You can unmute, you know. So how did you find your first task?
I didn't know traveling would be so stressful.
Exactly. But you know, okay, so you got to see Times Square in the night, 360 degrees view, and find some answers. Yeah.
My eyes hurt from all the flashy billboards.
Imagine if we want to walk from one end to end just to find the answer in reality.
You'll have more time. Like you'll have more time.
Yeah, you would definitely have more time. I guess you'll be very distracted with the shops as you go past too, you know, and then probably all of y'all will end up going shopping, right?
And Shirley will end up in Starbucks.
Oh yes. Yeah, I saw a Starbucks there.
Yeah, there's a Starbucks there.
Oh, probably some of the eateries. There are so many like burger shops and stuff like that also at that side.
The shacks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I wanted to be there really, you know.
Okay, so now congratulations teams. You have done qualifying round 1 and task 1. And now we are going to go into round 2. So we're going to go through the same process. There will be a qualifying round first. And then you need to get 7 points and above, else you will incur a penalty time of 3 minutes before the link is sent to the team leader. Now, I'll pass it over now to Dina. She's going to handle qualifying task 2.
All right, guys, if you are on your toes, now you're on your fingertips. All right, let's have a look. What's the challenge is going to be, you need to guess the movie title by the clip that I'm about to show you. All right, so total, there'll be 10 movie clips to see, and you need to give me the title of the movie. Okay, I'll be sharing a Google link after I've finished showing you the video for you to have 3 minutes to submit your answers. All right, so only one submission per team. as usual, okay? And you only have 3 minutes. So we'll be watching the video together, 1 round only. Clear? Any questions?
Okay, so while she's showing the video clips, you need to have a paper and pen with you and write down, all right? So that at the end of it, when Dina posts the Google Form link, then one person in the team keys in the answer and submit, because only 1 submission per team. But of course, before that, you're given 3 minutes to discuss, make sure you know the answers, and whoever is the person assigned to key in the answers and submit it. Only 1 submission is required per team, all right?
All right, guys, ready? Let's go. All right, so this is your challenge. It is going to be guess the movie title, right? Let's watch.
This is the exact spot that Volko gave me my first swimming lesson.
I already know how to swim.
Not even close. You have to forget all the teaching of the surface world. Go deeper. Uncover your Atlantean instincts.
Just stay there till the fire department comes, okay?
You're just another white lady who wants to adopt charity orphans to make you feel good about yourself. Pretend mom.
We might have a little bit of a knack for this.
I beg to differ. This stuff takes time. Lizzie to parent Juan and Lita all by herself. This is never going to be easy.
Now, he's trapped in the past. It's gotta be a dream. About to meet chocolate. His future father. He's a peeping Tom. Wow! And he's making an impression on his mother.
He's an absolute dream. And he can sleep in my room.
Anything you do could have serious repercussions on future events. Now, he's got to make his mother...
Not exactly. We create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their secrets.
Then you break in and steal it.
Well, it's not strictly speaking legal. It's called consent.
Johnny Blaze, no one has ever attempted such a distance before. 300 feet from field goal to field goal. What's going through your mind right now?
You look really good. I got lucky.
Luck don't cover it, JB. You got an angel looking at
Our world. To defend our people against Shang Tsung. You will die. And his forces of darkness. In an ancient tournament. One more victory.
Your soul is mine.
And our world.
No!
First come in the game, they try to play you. Then you drop a couple of hits, look how they wait to you. Boeing Jets, Global Express, out the country, but the blueberries still connect. So for one last time, I need y'all to call.
Let's play.
This is a man's world.
Are you working an angle?
I wouldn't trust him if I were you.
But I should trust you.
This is a man's world.
You got a problem.
I am going to kill you.
Kill me later.
But it wouldn't be nothing.
You lost everyone's money, my money.
Hey!
Wow.
Without a woman heart.
This is your mess.
I think you're
Taking an adventurist.
like Queens.
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to be my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
Let's take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
This is crazy.
You're married, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Gay.
What is that? Peanut butter, sir. I thoroughly enjoyed this peanut butter.
For business today is an acceptance of John Bonacue's generous offer.
You build more of these delicious cookies. And a cup of tea with milk.
I love him.
I don't care if you love it.
Easy, Bill. You give yourself a heart attack and ruin my vacation.
All right, guys, there you have it. Your 10 movies are already been screened and shown to you. I'll post, Shelly, yeah. I'll be posting the link for you in the Zoom chat group and on the leaders, onto the
Wait,
leaders.
Nina, maybe you need to play it again just one more time because there was a lot of
Can't hear you.
Shirley, you're muted.
Yeah. I may need to just play it again one more time, only because some of them have experiencing very slow internet connection at their place, so the videos were lagging. I know, I just love it when all of you suddenly nod your heads, you know.
We all agree.
Can we
Okay,
just
let's
have it
play
one more round before we give them the form? And remember, in no particular order, your answers, all
Yep.
right?
It's written there on the form when they see it. Share audio. Okay, are you guys ready this round? Let's go.
This is the exact spot that Volko gave me my first swimming lesson.
I already know how to swim.
Not even close. You have to forget all the teaching of the surface world. Go deeper. Uncover your Atlantean instincts.
Just stay there till the fire department comes, okay?
You're just another white lady who wants to adopt charity orphans to make you feel good about yourself. Pretend mom.
We might have a little bit of a knack for this.
I beg to differ. This stuff takes time. Lizzie had to parent Juanita all by herself. This is never going to be easy.
He's trapped in the past.
It's gotta be a dream.
About to meet
Chocolate.
his future father.
He's a peeping Tom.
And he's making an impression on his mother.
He's an absolute dream. And he can sleep in my room.
Anything you do could have serious repercussions on future events.
Now he's got to make his mother.
Not exactly.
We create the world of the dream. We bring the subject into that dream, and they fill it with their secrets.
Then you break in and steal it.
Well, it's not strictly speaking legal. It's called incest.
Johnny Blaze, no one has ever attempted such a distance before. 300 feet from field goal to field goal. What's going through your mind right now?
You look really good. I got lucky.
Luck don't cover it, JB. You got an angel looking at you.
World. To defend our people against Shang Tsung. You will die. And his forces of darkness. In an ancient tournament. One more victory.
Your soul is mine.
And our world.
When you first come in the game, they try to play you. Then you drop a couple of hits, look how they wait to you. Boeing jets, Global Express, out the country, but the blueberry still connect. So for one last time, I need y'all to call.
This play.
This is a man's world.
Are you working an angle?
I wouldn't trust him if I were you.
But I should trust you.
This is a man's world.
You got a problem.
I am going to kill you.
Kill me later.
But it wouldn't be nothing.
You lost everyone's money, my money.
Hey!
Wow.
Without a woman heart.
This is your mess.
I think you're a
Taking an adventurous.
like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to be my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
We'll take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
This is crazy.
You're married, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Gay.
What is that? Peanut butter, sir. I thoroughly enjoy this peanut butter.
For business today is an acceptance of John Bonacue's generous offer.
You put in more of these delicious cookies. And a cup of tea with milk.
I love him.
I don't care if you love it.
Easy, Bill. You give yourself a heart attack and ruin my vacation.
All right, there you go. We have played it twice. No more excuses. I'll be sharing the link in the Zoom chat, and Shirley will be sharing it to the leaders as well. You guys have 3 minutes. So now it's 4:07. 4:10. You must have completed your submission, and only one submission per team.
The link is sent to the RYLA finalists WhatsApp, so everyone has access to it, all right?
You only have 3 minutes, guys. All right, I see 2 submissions in already. Well done. Let's just see which team.
1 minute.
3 responses in. I have 6 clicks, group 7 and checkmate, group 8. Well done.
How many more?
Right, guys, hurry up, don't get disqualified. Team 5, group 5 is in, group 2 is in. Come on, come on, come on. 3 more groups.
1 more minute.
3 more groups.
Come on, quickly.
Group 3 in.
Is group 2 in?
Group 1 and group 4. All right, well done, guys. That was fast and nice. Okay, I'll do the tabulation now. Just give me 5 minutes.
All right, so while we're waiting for the tabulation on your qualifying round 2, let me just briefly explain to you about task 2. So task 2, we're going to go to Buckingham Palace, London. All right, so it's going to be slightly different from task 1 because task 1 you had a 360 degrees view of the street as you're looking for the answer. In task 2, it's all about your listening skills. All right, so as you are taken for a tour inside Buckingham Palace, pay attention to what is being said, and that would be the answers to the 10 questions that will be given to you. All right, please bear in mind that they are not in sequence. The questions are not in sequence. So it's good for you to work as a team so that if any one of you picks up the answer, quickly jot it down so that at the end you all can discuss among yourselves and come up with your finalized 10 answers and submit it. Now you're only given 15 minutes for this task. All right, so everyone in the team is important. It's all about teamwork. You're fighting against time. And of course, answer as many questions as possible within the timeline given to you. If you're unable to answer, it's okay. Make sure you submit your answers before the deadline. Do not get your team forfeited. All right, quite clear? It's all about listening this time. All right. Now a link is given to you. You can play that video how many times you want. All right. Okay, Dina, is the results ready? Anyone qualified with 7 points and above? Or did they pakat? I can't hear you, Dina. You have to unmute.
I think they pakat lah. Give me a second, yeah.
It'd be too easy for them.
Oh,
You should have
sorry.
asked the 80s movies.
I did. Okay, wait.
And some Tamil movies.
Okay, surely everyone got 7 points and above. You're mute.
Okay, so since all teams qualified with 7 points above, congratulations. So the link for the task 2 is going to be posted at the RYLA finalist WhatsApp group so that everyone gets it. Okay, so I don't have to do it individually to the team leader since all qualified. Raj, I will need you to give their start time.
So either all don't qualify or
What is that?
all
No,
qualify.
all 8, 9 and 10, you know, not even 8.
Okay.
Start time will be 4:14 p.m. and the end will be 4:29 p.m. It's my maths, right?
All right, the link is already in at the RYLA finalist WhatsApp. So teams, your start time is 4:14 and time is 4:29 p.m.
One more group. Still have another 3 minutes. Take your time, but not too much of your time. Okay, just don't get yourself disqualified. All right, group 5 just submitted, which means we have all teams. Shirley, can you verify, please?
While I'm verifying, Tina, can you just pass it to Raj? I think give the answers for task 1.
Okay.
All right, well done, guys, on the Times Square challenge. No perfect score, but the highest was 9 correct. So you will get 2 points for each correct answer. So the first one was, you may find John McClane here to assist your tour. So John McClane is a character from the movie Die Hard, and he is from the New York Police Department, NYPD. So the answer I'm looking for is NYPD or New York Police Department. And Q2 sounds like Manchester City fan club membership can be purchased here. So Manchester City fans are known as Citizen, C-I-T-Y-Z-E-N. So that's their nickname. So sounds like, so as long as it sounds citizen, then we give you the point. So the answer is Citizen, C-I-T-I-Z-E-N. So I assume all the Manchester United fans refuse to answer this question. I understand why, but still we don't give you the points. So number 3, property on board games seen on display here. So the board game I'm talking about is Monopoly. So the property, the answer is Strand, S-T-R-A-N-D. Strand is just after Citizen. Number 4, sing Hakuna Matata here. So all of you got this right. So it's a song from Lion King. And Q5, look for a small sized timepiece. So small sized, you know, when you buy a t-shirt, you say small is S. So timepiece is a watch. So you put it together, you get swatch. So swatch is the answer. And number 6, one of the A-team cast got a business here. So no one answered this question. So A-team, if you know the series in the, I think it's in the 90s, one of the characters, Mr. T. So the answer is just T. There's a T-Mobile outlet. So you just have to write T-Mobile. And Q7, one of the greatest footballer of all time seen here. So the answer is Pele, because there's a outlet called Pele. So the answer is Pele. And few of you, I know you tried your luck writing Ronaldo and Messi. We don't accept that. Huh? Good try. But bad one. Number 8, who is the sci-fi character standing next to Po? So Po here is the character from Kung Fu Panda. The panda character. So in the tour, there's 2 standing beside Kung Fu Panda.
Everyone nodding.
Yeah, there's 2, but I did say sci-fi character. So the sci-fi character I'm looking for is Bumblebee. And number 9, who will meet Elsa? You will meet Elsa's creation along this tour. So if you are a Frozen fan, which I watched like 131 times.
I think the whole world did.
Yeah, if you have a daughter, you will watch that every day. The answer is Olaf. So Elsa created Olaf in the movie. So the answer is Olaf. And the last question, find the tuna fish business here. So the answer is Bluefin. Bluefin is one, is a tuna name. So I need Bluefin. All right, so well done, guys. The highest point was 9, so 18, and the lowest was 10. So you guys did well. Congrats.
Good, that's good for non-treasure hunters and everything, and no briefing. Okay, well done. So that was for the task 1. Let me share with you the answers for your qualifying round 2, all right, which was guess the movie by clip. I am amazed. Okay, the old movies also, you guys managed to nail it. Good. So the answers are Aquaman, Instant Family, Back to the Future, Inception, Ghost Rider, Mortal Kombat, Miami Vice, Focus, Crazy Rich Asians, and Meet Joe Black. So it was just 9 or 10. You know, it's very, very surprising and very, very well done. Okay, now, shall we move on to the next one, shall we?
Yes.
All right, so qualifying round 3, we will be doing something similar to the movie title, but this round it's emojis. All right, so I'll be showing you 10 different emojis, and you need to guess what these emojis represent. It can be anything from a song title, a movie title, a brand, a game, application, anything in between. All right, so just have a look at these emojis. I'll play it once. Yeah, no double time. All Jelly gave you face just now. Okay, so I'll be playing it only once, and I will be giving you another Google link. Yeah, a new one for you to submit your guess the emojis, and in no particular order. You can just send in your answers. So just like what you did just now, as you're watching the clip, do jot down, and you will be having 3 minutes to discuss and confirm with your team members, and only one submission per team. Clear? If you guys are clear, let's go. So this is your virtual census challenge to guess the emoji. All right, there you have it, folks. Your 10 emojis has been displayed before you. And why are you smiling? No, repeat. I won't repeat. Okay.
Guys, if you want it to be repeated again, you can request, but you have to spam the chat box now. One more. Fast. We'll see how many of you. We'll go by the democratic country. So majority ask for it. Now, faster 10 seconds. Not enough.
And this is going from your talk time, okay?
We love you is not accepted. Daniel.
No frame froze. No such thing as froze.
Rotary is the best. Oh, now it is.
I can't stop spamming. I'll repeat.
Okay.
Apala.
So this is how you do it.
Only one more time. All right, guys, here we go. One more time for you. See? Okay, and let's start. Guess the emojis. Don't take picture. You won't have time. Okay, here we go. I have repeated it. Do not spam the chat group because I will not be entertaining anymore. All right. So I will be sharing the Google form link in the chat box, and Shirley will share it into
RYLA finalists WhatsApp.
Yep. All right. So guys, it's 3:36. You have 3 minutes. That's 3:39.
Dina,
Yes.
just a question. Must we follow the order?
No particular order. It's written on the form at the top. No
Okay.
particular order. Two more minutes. I don't see any submissions. One more minute. One more minute. Come on, guys. One more minute. I don't see any names in. Is everyone okay?
Dina, I think submitted already. Some have submitted. 3, 2,
Yeah, correct.
6.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, all 8 are in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Correct. All 8 are in. Shirley, over to you. Let me tabulate.
Did they have
Right,
any
I'll pass
answers?
over to Raj first. Raj, maybe you want to share the answers for task 2, Buckingham Palace.
Yeah, Buckingham Palace. Well done. You guys entered the palace. Don't know if you saw the Queen. Question 1. Which room is used as the royal reception room for Queen and royal members where they meet before royal official events? The answer is White Drawing Room. Number 2. Where are the official dinners held? State Dining Room is the answer. Number 3. As speculated, the palace has secret tunnels to 2 houses. Name one house. And the answer is either one. Yeah, we need House of Parliament or Clarence House. Q4. In today's money, how much was the grand staircase cost to build? So the answer is 211,000 pounds. Yeah, must put the pounds. The Buckingham, number 5, the Buckingham Palace is not owned by the Queen, but held instead by, the answer is the Crown Estate. Number 6, who was the architect who transformed the Buckingham House into a palace? The answer is John Nash. Q7, Buckingham House was known as what in 1761? The answer is Queen's House. Number 8, how long is the picture gallery? The answer is 47 meter. Q9, who is the celebrity that has played the golden piano at the music room? The answer is Sir Elton John. Number 10, how many bathrooms are there in the palace? The answer is 78. And question 11, how many bathrooms were ever used? The answer is unknown. Right? So that's all. Over to you, Dina.
No, Raj, I think you should have seen the panic look when you say question 11 because they all would, I guess, panic. I wonder, was there question 11? Anyway, well done, because I think we had about 3 teams had perfect score. So that's really good. And the rest, very close. Either you only had 1 mistake or 2 mistakes in your answers. All right. So the fight is really, really tough, which is good, very competitive. And now we're going to, while we wait for Dina to announce who are the teams that qualify for task 3, let me just briefly explain to you about task 3. Now, task 3, you'll be going to Shibuya in Tokyo. And this is a walk tour. So, and it's not 360 degrees like the Times Square, where you can use your cursor and move left, right, up, down 360 degrees. You can't do that in this. It's only just one way forward. You can play with the forward and repeat buttons in the play as you go along the video. Answers are not in sequence, but clearly visible. They are huge and clearly visible, which you can see. So it's again testing your observation skills. Time is of an essence, of course. You only have 25 minutes to answer 10 questions. All right. So everyone needs to play their part in answering these questions. And like I said, within that 25 minutes, answer as many questions as you can and submit within the deadline. Do not get yourself forfeited by missing the deadline. All right, because once you get forfeited, it's 0 points for that team. So we do not want that. All right. Dina, do you already have the qualifiers? Is it another pakating again? No pakatan this time. Okay.
You want me to give the answers first, so what?
Yes, give the answers first.
Okay, the answers, number one was iTunes, okay, not iCloud. Okay, the second one was Fruit Punch. Number third one was ET, and number 4 is Letterhead, not Postman. Okay, number 5, Bug's Life, A Bug's Life, it's acceptable. And then number 6 is Baby One More Time, not Punch Me One More Time. Okay, it's a song by Britney Spears. Come on, guys. Number 7 is Singing in the Rain. Number 8 was China. Number 9 was Strawberry Milkshake. And the last one was Belgium. So, you want me to announce those who qualify, actually?
Yeah, because I need to send the link to the team leader.
Group 2 qualifies. Group 3 qualifies. Group 6 qualifies. Group 7 qualifies, and Group 8 qualifies.
Okay, Raj, wait. You have to give a start time while I post the link to these 3 teams.
It's more than 3 teams.
20
Sorry,
minutes, right?
to these 5 teams. 25 minutes.
20 or 25, 20, 25. So it's 5:09. So task 3 start time is 4:44. You can start sending now, Shirley.
I'm already sending.
Time is 5. Let me check my maths.
Okay, so all the team leaders of group 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8, you have received the link for task 3. So team leader for group 1, group 4, and group 5 will have to wait 3 minutes penalty before I will give you the link.
Three minutes looks like a long time. It's okay, guys. It's only 3 minutes. Wait, without those 3 minutes, you still can finish. Don't worry.
So Raj, what was the start time earlier again? Sorry.
4:44.
4:44.
4:44.
So team leaders for group 1, groups 1, 4, and 5, I will post the link in the RYLA finalists group so that everyone else can see the link at the same time. Okay. All right, here you go. It's posted in the RYLA finalists chat WhatsApp group, the link to Shibuya, Tokyo. At the same time, I'm also posting it in the Zoom chat area for our fellow Rotarians to attend.
All right, okay, 8 teams submitted. Everyone has submitted, well done. Now we are moving on to the bonus part. Bonus task. Raj, over to you.
Thank you. So this is the last task. Let's do this very quickly. So this is the bonus task. You need to find the hidden letters in this picture, in this image. All right. So I'm not going to tell you how many letters. You got to find it. Then you got to list it, rearrange it, and form a word. Right? You got to anagram it and form a word. And then the word you're going to form is an item that you have to find it. And you got to hold it, take a photograph, and then WhatsApp the photograph to the number on the screen with your team name. And this item need to be very visible or you're holding it. Okay, let me repeat this again. You got to find this item. This item, one item, yeah? Don't give me Google image photos. You got to really find it, take photo and send it WhatsApp to this number. And you have 10 minutes. Your 10 minutes starts now. And only one submission per team. Not if every member, yeah? One submission per team. So one of the team member, find the item, take the photo and send it to the number on the screen. Your time already started.
Yeah, it's 5:10, so we'll be stopping at 5:20 sharp, yeah?
So guys, you don't have to find an item each of the letter, yeah? All the letters, you got to rearrange it and form a word. From the letters you find, you have to form a word. And the word is an item.
I think they're cursing at us already and talking.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
I thought you were gossiping.
Yeah.
You need to comb through the picture. Don't jump after finding 2 or 3 words. You got to ensure that you got all the letters. Don't assume or decide after 1, 2 letters or 3 letters.
Do we have to use all the letters?
Yes, you must use all the letters found in the image.
Group 4 submitted. Okay, I guess that's everyone, right? 8 groups all submitted. Super well done to all. Now, before we go any further, let me just share with you the answers for your task 3. Okay, so your first question is dots. Your second answer will be Humax. Number 3 is Modi. Number 4 is Yamate Mansion. Number 5 is Vague Studio. Number 6 is Flowback. Number 7 is Atta Girl. Number 8 is Can Do. Number 9 is Swatch. And number 10 is ABC Mark. There we go. You have your answers with you for all the tasks, all the challenges. And I hope you guys had fun. You did a great job. No one got disqualified. Everyone was working in a team. You can see you scratching your heads doing this and doing all that. But you managed to submit on time. You managed to work as a team and you managed to do it. Well, super well done. And that's it from us. Back to you, Miss Emcee. Millie, are you there?
Thank you, Dina. I'm sure you guys had a lot of fun and all awake and alert now. from the team engagement session. The winners will be announced at the end of today's session, so stay engaged and get inspired with our distinguished guest speaker today. He is someone whom you have been seeing a lot throughout RYLA from the very first day until the last second. Rajj Melambaran is a virtual training strategist, virtual event technologist, speaker, motivator, team builder, employee engagement consultant, and a proud member of Rotary Club of Subang for 12 years and counting. Without taking any more of your time, let's hear it from Rajj Melambaran with Dream It, Believe It, Achieve It. The screen is yours, Rajj.
Thank you, Emcee, and thank you everyone for staying back to listen, and thank you for switching on your camera. All right, before I start, so well done. Give us a round of applause for the team engagement. None of you dropped out of the session, so that means it was a good session. I see a few of you having coffee and all that. That's good. That's good. You need something to inspire yourself. That's today's talk going to be. And before I start, Olympic is going on now. Are you guys watching Olympic? Yeah, you guys watching? Yeah. All right, I want to ask you a question. If you are given a chance, or if you had a chance to participate in Olympic, what sport would you have picked? Come on, type it in the chat now. Come, fast. What sport would you have picked? See, swimming, gymnastic, badminton, football, running, cycling, fencing, weightlifting. Yeah, nice. Sleeping is not an option, Subha. Archery, gymnastic, football, hockey. Yeah, nice. Is that all? All right. There's two reasons for me to ask this question. Reason number one, to check whether you're still with me, or if you're not, to get you with me. All right. That's what all these speakers do. Ask question, ask you to type. That's the reason. The second reason is to test whether you know the sports in Olympic, right? Because today's topic, let me share screen. It's about, I want to tell you a story, right? But don't worry, it's not my story. I think you have heard enough of personal stories. No more personal stories, all right? I want to tell you a story still about a person who was told he can't do it, but he went ahead and did it, right? You can ask me what's the big deal. Everyone do that, right? Okay, hang on. I need to. Dr. B, can you help to stop share, please? Dr. B, host. Bernard.
Let me call him. He's here. Dr. B.
Okay, never mind. Okay, I managed to stop. All right. Okay. This is what I face always when I use Keynote. All right. Okay, so the story about this person, Olympian, right? I don't know if you guys heard about him. This is actually my story today is inspired by the movie Eddie the Eagle. Any of you watched this movie, Eddie the Eagle? It was released in 2016, right? I watched it. I watched it because I didn't have an option, no other movies to watch. But after I watched, I was like, oh my God, right? This is a movie that they have to make like every single year to inspire us. If you have not watched this, Eddie the Eagle, you must watch this. It's not on Netflix, right? So you got to find it, right? It's a true story about an Olympian called Michael Edwards, or fondly known as Eddie Edward. The movie is about his epic journey of being a British ski jumper, and he charmed the world in 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. All right, and Eddie, since young, his dream is to go to participate in Olympics. All right, let me repeat this again. Yeah, his dream is to participate in Olympics. So now I know what you're asking yourself, what sport, right? No sports. His dream was not to go watch Olympics, to participate in Olympics. That's it, all right? But Eddie was not a normal kid, right? He's not disabled, but he had a condition with his leg and his eyesight, right? So what he did, Eddie, since he's small, since 9 years old, right, he was trying every sports, long jump, high jump, running, shot put, everything. He tried every sport in Olympic, hoping that he'll be good in one of it and he can pursue his dream. But unfortunately, he was bad. He miserably failed. He was not a sports person. Right? His teacher told him that. His teachers, actually many of them, few of them, all the coaches said, stop. All right, you are not good in sports. You have tried all the sports. You are not good in it. You cannot go to Olympics, right? Even his dad told him that. His dad told him, stop wasting time. And the only person who was supporting, was encouraging him was his mother. Mother being mother, always saying positive things to him. But Eddie himself, he's naturally a very positive person. He's always the mockery, the joke of his friends and people around him, but he would always take it with a smile and he just focused on going to Olympics. But there was a time in his teen that it was a dead end, right? It's a dead end that he couldn't pick a sport, right? Because he was at the age where he needs to be training to go for Olympics, right? So in his teens. So that's when he gave up on summer games, because he found out there's another such thing called Winter Olympics. So he told himself, I'm not good in any of the summer Olympic sports. I'm going to switch to Winter Olympics. So he gave up his summer Olympic. He didn't give up. He didn't give up totally, right? He gave up on summer games and he switched to winter games. And he started skiing. So the first there's few types of skiing. The one he took up was free skiing. When they come and they do that. He picked it up. And he was pretty good in that, right? So he made it. He made it to the British Skiing Association, the team. He made it. But the British Olympic, and then he faced another problem now, a new problem, which was the British Olympic officials rejected him, right? They rejected him not because of the skill, not because he was bad in skiing. He was good in skiing, but they rejected him under the grounds of him being unusual and strange. This is the real Eddie. This is not from the movie character. Yeah? This is the real Eddie. This is how he looks like, right? His big glasses, the way he talks is not, very professional. He's a bit different. I don't want to use the word strange, but he's a bit different. He's unusual, right? People always make fun of him. So the sponsors to the British skiing team did not see him worthy to be a pin-up poster cover face. They can't put him on that sports magazine to say that this is our Olympian. For that reason, a sad reason, he was rejected, right? So again, he was sad, but then he was thinking, there should be another way. That's when he found out there's another type of skiing in Olympics called ski jumping. This is where the 40 meter and the 90 meter, and you come down the slope, and then the measurement will be taken like a long jump, right? And he realized that he can make to the team because the UK team, the British team, never participated in ski jumping for the past 6 decades. So he will be the first ski jumper in Britain, right? So he decided to do it. So he went to the Olympic Council and said, look, I want to take up ski jumping. And they said, no, we don't participate. He said, no, I can do it. It's another opportunity for medal, right? As much as they don't want him, but they wanted, to participate in another sport for the medal's sake, for the nation's sake, right? But then still, another part of them saying that, no, we cannot include this guy in the team for a very unusual reason. So what the British Council did, they gave him a very high qualification mark. They told him, okay, you do 60 meters, and you will qualify to the 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. He didn't argue. He said, fine, I'll do it. And mind you, he has never done ski jumping. All right. He found out the such thing. He went and spoke to them. They said, fine, can you do it? He said, yes, I will do it. All right. He has never done it, but he said, I will do it. Because in his mind, his focus, his dream is to participate in Olympics. He didn't care about anything else. Right. He said he'll backtrack and he will do it. So what he did, he packed his bags against his father's wishes. Actually, he ran away from home, right? And he took some of the father's money. And he went to Germany to a ski jumping facility, right? And he started training himself because he can't afford a coach and no one wanted to take him. So the facility where he was training, the other countries were there. Germany was there, Austria were there. All the ski jumpers were training. So he was observing them, what they were doing, how they were doing that. And then he was doing training on himself, right? And his first success was he completed the 50-meter jump, which was 49 feet on the hill, right? But he needs to do 60-meter, right? So he slowly increased it. And when he was doing a 40-meter jump, he injured himself badly. His landing was bad because there's a technique for landing. You know, like gymnastic, you know, the flip they do, the points calculated how you jump and balance yourself, right? There's similarly for ski jumping, you know, when you take off and then how you land makes a lot of difference. So he didn't know the technique of landing and he injured himself, right? So that's a picture, the snapshot from the movie, how badly he was injured and he was admitted, all right? And when he was out of the hospital, he went back to the training facility and he was trying again, all right? That's when he met Bronson Pierley. Bronson Pierley is a former American ski jumper who gave up in his life. Give up means he was the top of the sport in America, but he failed and he gave up on his life. So he went to Germany, he became a drunkard and he was doing some odd jobs. And Eddie approached Bronson to coach him. And Bronson said, no. He said, I'm done with this sport. I've given up on this sport. I've given up my life. But then Bronson was very taken aback, very touched with Eddie's never, Eddie always gets up and do it every time he falls. When I say falls means he fails, right? He just gets up and continue doing it. He just gets up and continue doing it. He don't cry about it. He don't find excuses about it. He don't blame anyone for it. He just tells himself that he got to do it better, do it better. So Bronson was very impressed with that attitude. And Bronson said, look, I will be your mentor, right? So Eddie asked, what's the difference, a coach and a mentor? Bronson said, a coach will teach you everything, right? But I'm just going to mentor you on the technique of good landing, right? Bronson said, once you master the technique of landing, you'll pick up the rest because of his strong character, Eddie's character, right? So then they started, that's when their partnership started, a mentor and a mentee started, right? Then Bronson continued to be impressed with Eddie and his attitude, and Bronson started thinking of his past life too, whether he gave up too soon, right? And then Bronson took Eddie to participate in a European circuit where Eddie achieved 61 meters to qualify to 1988 Calgary Winter Olympics. And Eddie was happy, Bronson was happy, but the British Olympic Council was not very happy, but they given the word. They said, if you achieve 61, he will include you in the team. So they had to include him in the team. All right. So Eddie, there you go. He went to Olympics. He participated in the Olympics in front of people cheering for him, and he achieved his dream. All right. He didn't win any medals. He was the last. The ranking he got was the last in every jump of 70 and 90 meters. But Eddie set the record of 73 meters jump, a British record, because he's the only ski jumper in Britain. All right, so he achieved it. He achieved his dream. And when he came back, as a national hero. People did not see him as a failure, like how now currently in Malaysia on social media, there's a group of people, you know, talking not very nice things about our Olympians, right, when they lost. Right, but here he had a hero reception, and the media loved him because of his character. You know, this is one of the scene where he will do the jump, and then he'll wait for the scoreboard, and the scoreboard will show, you know, one by one, it'll come out the ranking, and his name will be the last. And when he sees his name in the table last, and he'll be doing that eagle. That's where he got the name Eddie the Eagle, because of his character. He's a very bubbly, very positive person. He don't care, he finished last, because in his mind, my dream was to go participate in Olympics, and I did it. All right, that's Eddie. He did it. He did it, and during that year, he was like a role model for many sportsmen, Olympians, and many who looked up to him, right? So that's the story about Eddie. So what I want to continue today is I want to talk to you about these 5 lessons that we can learn, or we learned, or we'll be learning from Eddie the Eagle. The what, the how, and why he did it, right? Maybe the story I told you was not very, you didn't see that pain and all the obstacles that he went through. You should see the movie, right? The lesson number 1, there is always another way. You know, sometimes we are too focused like a horse eyesight, you know, it's also straight. You know, people tell us, you know, we have to stay focused to our goal. We have to be consistent in our efforts. Yes, we have to. But we don't have to force or on the right, just on one track. There's always another way to go to your goal. It's not just that way. There's another way too. And Eddie is a perfect example. His goal was to go to Olympics, to participate in Olympics. And when we talk about Olympics, all of us, 95% of us will think of Summer Olympics, right? And we'll be training on all the sports in Summer Olympics. We won't think of Winter Olympics, another way to get there, right? Another example is football, right? Football. I know a lot of football fans here. I wanted to ask you a lot of questions, but we are a bit tight on time, so I don't want to do that, all right? Think about football, yeah? Ladies, you also can think about football, right? Every match, there's a different tactics and there's different strategy. There's no one team will use the same strategy throughout the campaign, right? Let's talk about Malaysian Super League. I don't want to talk about English Premier League. We talk about our own league, right? Malaysian Super League, right? JDT, 7 times straight, Malaysia League champion, Malaysia Cup champion, 7 times straight. Do you think they used the same single strategy throughout their 24 games in a year? For that 7 years? No, because they have a game plan. Every game, there is a tactic and game plan. You have a coach, you have a manager who strategize, put the right player in the right positions, and they'll give you the game plan. So how do they come up with a game plan? It's depending on the oppositions they face. If their opposition is good in attack, they got all the world-class strikers who can score goals from anywhere, then they will tighten the defense. The game plan is to defend, man-to-man marking, zonal markings, right? If the team is very good in defense, then the game plan will be to strike them with counter-attacks. These are the strategy. So there's always a strategy. Even in a game, you will see substitutions happen, right? So they have a game plan, and halfway, the coach realized that the plan is not working, the strategy is not working. That's when they will re-strategize. That's when you will see even star players coming out, and you will see new players going in. That is not because the player is tired. No, that's not the reason he's tired. The substitution always happens for change of strategy. When they are losing, they want to win, they change the strategy. It's the same. All right. If football, the strategy is depending on the opposition strength, in our goal, when we achieve our goals, the opposition that we face are the obstacles. It can be our skill, it can be our knowledge, it can be time, it can be some commitment. Obstacle is an obstacle. One cannot say my problem is bigger than your problem. No, everyone got problem, right? It's just a different size and a different time you're getting it. A problem is a problem, an obstacle is an obstacle. We just have to sit and re-strategize because there's always another way. Giving up is not the way. And number two, for Eddie, life isn't about winning. It's about living each moment, right? And that also reminds me another quote saying, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? I'm in the business of coaching people, I do motivational consulting, mentorship, I do that. And I do come across people who are different in the different things they do, right? At work, they are different. They are very committed to the work. They're very committed to the task. They will want to do it. I must do it. They stay back and do it. They come home and they still do the work. But maybe when it's personal goals or something personal, they don't have that same commitment, or same determination. Or when they come to an organization or an NGO, the same commitment is not there. The commitment you show at an office is different. The commitment you show at home is different. The commitment you show with a group of friends or community builders are different. Why is that? It's you. You are the brand. It's you. You got to be same everywhere. Because anything you do, everything you do, you are learning something, whether it's small or whether it's big, whether it's a paid task or whether it's a free task, or whether it's for community's sake, right? Doesn't matter. You shouldn't put one above and one below. No, everything should be, you should treat everything equal because there's a learning in everything, right? Zig Ziglar famously said, what you get by achieving your goal is not as important as what you become achieving your goal, right? Eddie is one good reason, right? He achieved his dream to go to Olympics. But there, we shouldn't see him as a ski jumper, But along the way, he has improved a lot on his personality and whatever mockery people did about him. British Olympic Council rejected him because of his looks. They said the media won't like him. The sponsor said, no, I cannot put him on my poster. But then in Calgary Olympics, he was the darling of the media. He was everyone's hero. Imagine now he appears on the cover, everyone will love it, right? So along the way, that's one thing that he changed about his personality. Maybe it was true, he was unusual and strange. But when he achieved his dream, he changed himself. So there are positive changes in us when we move towards achieving our goals or helping a friend or helping someone to achieve something. Because we are also learning along the way. It's not always about us. And this is a famous quote from the Olympic founder, actually. He said, the most important thing in Olympic game is not the winning, but taking part. The essential thing in life is not conquering, but fighting well. When we see all these Olympians, we do pass some remarks, whether they're good, they're bad, But do you guys know when their journey to Olympics starts? If someone is 20 years old, is participating in the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, his or her journey would have started 15 years ago. In China, they start as early as 4 years old and 5 years old. In Russia, the same, 6, 7 years old. I think in Malaysia, it starts at Bukit Jalil Sports School. Yeah. But at least it's a 15 years, minimum of 15 years of pain. Pain in the sense of, the way you change your body, you strengthen your muscles and you control your food, the amount of sacrifice you have to make. You have to be away from the family to train, to build yourself, right? And finally, when they step foot at the Olympics, we won't understand how they feel. For them, it's an accomplishment of all what they went through. It's an accomplishment. It's the same thing for us too. When we achieve our goal, right? It's that learning that we got throughout. It changes us. So we also have to focus on along the way, along the route towards achieving those goals, we have to recognize the positive changes in us too. It's not just about the goal. So number 3, losing is still a progress. When he lost, when he failed, right? He failed. He was fearless. You know, he was fearless. He was very positive. He never had that frown face. He never cried. He never blamed himself, as I said earlier. You know, he just got up and he continued. He continued because for him, he just have to do it better. Do it better. Because he had that belief. You know, he had that vision. Goal is what we want to achieve, and vision is what we see. He had that vision of him standing in Olympics, and he was taken by that, and he was moving towards that. He was fearless about what people say. He don't care. He didn't care. Yeah, he had all the belief that he can do it. And he just wanted to prove them wrong. Right. Number 4, it's not about being the best, but being better every day. Every time, every day, every time, you know, you just have to do it better. You just tell yourself you want to do it better from yesterday. I just have to do it better today from yesterday. I just have to do it better today than last week. I just have to do it better than the previous time. All right? Just being better. Remember, nothing is too small to achieve, and no one is too big to be intimidated. Always remember that. Because when Eddie was in that facility in Germany, he was queuing up behind the world champion, the European champions, and they belittled him, they berated him, they looked at him, you know, as a joke. But he didn't care. He didn't care who was in front of him. And he didn't care if that was a world champion. In his mind, he just wanted to go to Olympics, and he was happy to train with them because he wanted to learn from them. Right? And talking about learning too, yeah. Bronson did make a big difference in Eddie. All right, that mentoring that he did for landing made a big difference in Eddie's progression. Right, it's always important to have a mentor, a teacher, a coach, someone you look up to, your role model. It's always very important because you have a goal, you have the confidence, you have the belief. You are focused and there's a fire in you. You know, they always say, keep the fire burning, right? Yeah, the fire is burning. But the question here is, who to flame the fire in you? Who is flaming the fire? You know, it's similar to satay, right? There's a fire, you need to flame it. Otherwise, the fire will fade off and you can't cook. So similarly, we have the fire in us. Yes, we do. But who to flame the fire in us? For Eddie, it was Bronson. All right. And all along the way, he always say this to him, you got this. That's all he will tell him. You got this. And Eddie will say, I want to do 40 meters. You got this. That's all he'll say. And that 3-letter word made a big difference in Eddie's confidence too. Eddie is already a confident person, already a positive person. Imagine someone comes and tell you, and you're already positive and believing in yourself, and someone is coming and telling you, you got this, right? How would you feel? You just want to better yourself, all right? So it's very important for you to have a mentor. Remember that. And finally, number 5, having a character can take you far. And of my talk now, until now, you can assume that Eddie had a very, very strong character. You know, he always gets up and show up, right? That means when he lands badly, he gets up and he will climb up the hill again. He'll show up there and he will do it again and again and again until he perfects it. You know, it was late nights. He didn't care. No food, he didn't care, right? Because he couldn't afford luxury training or not even a basic training. He was all about himself. He did it himself. So having a strong character is very, very important. All right. Remember, winners are not born. You know, I know you have heard leaders are not born earlier. Winners are not born, but they are made. If you look at Olympics, they are made from the training since they are young. And similarly, anything you achieve, you made it. You have to make it happen. When it happens, you made it happen. It didn't fall from the sky. It was not born, right? Winners need to be made, because only you can hold yourself back from not doing something. We can give hundreds of excuses for not being able to do something, but there's only one reason to do it. You know that. You've heard about that. I know. You know that, right? And then one reason is you are not holding yourself back. That's the reason, right? So back to Olympics. A true Olympian is not just about God-given skill set. It's about never giving up no matter what, right? It's not about luck. Yes, luck plays a role too, but we shouldn't put everything on luck. You know, I couldn't do this, I was so unlucky. Oh, I didn't get this, I'm unlucky. Maybe it's not luck, right? Maybe it's not something God will just give it to you. You have to make it happen. Then maybe it will be given to you, right? It's all about you, and you got to make it happen, right? Things do not happen. Things are made to happen. So I spoke about Eddie. It may look like a individual focus kind of thing, but when you are trying to achieve your goal or achieving your goal, also think about the people around you. All right. While you chase your goal, do remember that it's not about you or what you have accomplished. It's also about who you have lifted, who you have made better, and who you have changed positively along the way to achieve your goal. All right. It's important. So remember, guys, you got to make it happen. Again, you got to make it happen. No matter what your goal is, you decide whether you want to quack like a duck or you want to soar like an eagle. You know, I don't have to tell you about eagle, how majestic and prestigious is the eagle. You know, it's the one thing about eagle, it fly the highest altitude. Right, you got the best view. So like an eagle, yeah. Remember, you got to make it happen. It's only you who can make it happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Raj. That was really excellent session. A little bit different, you know, than the usual goals, you know, and dreams, and it was a little bit different, to be honest. Inspirational and really different, I would say the word. So
I had few questions, but I had to cut it short. I know we
taken a lot of
team
notes,
engagement.
but you know, the guys, yeah, I understand. The guys, the questions coming in, but I just want to kick off with one question. You know, I love the way you talked about character, which is very, very important, because a lot of times players, we saw even Italy versus England, the second team, England, to the silver medal. So character is important. You go practice so hard, and then you shouldn't throw medal. But one thing I just want to quickly ask, right, about goals, right? I also love the strategy, having a strategy and then re-strategize. It's very important, because planning is like the old quote says, planning is everything, but the plan is nothing, right? It's not set in stone. So having said that, you know, are there like one or two key strategies that you can share with them in terms of like, because I'm sure there are many of them that have plans, that how they can really take those steps. Any systems that you know of that they can use?
It's a very personal kind of question. Why I said that, even if you Google up, or those of you have read books, right? There are many strategies out there. The writers, the speakers, they'll come up with a methodology and all that. Yes, there is. But what fits us? No one size for everyone. There's no one solution. It depends on your goal too. But it's more depending on the person, right? And with this story, if you are a sportsman, right? If you're really a sports lover, then this story will really impact you, But if you're not, it will impact, but you can't really see it, right? So to the question, are there any strategies? Yeah, there are many strategies. There are many famous writers who came out with books and all that. There are many, but what fits you? It's you got to decide. But the thing that we have to always remember is, yes, we plan and we have a strategy, but don't fear to change it. You're not changing your goal. You're just changing your strategy. Your plan might remain the same, but that's just the strategy. The strategy includes maybe time, efforts, knowledge, skills. Right? The other day, who was it? Lingesh, right? He spoke about skills and knowledge. That's a strategy too. Depending on the focus you want to achieve. If that focus requires the knowledge and the skill for you to achieve it, so that's a strategy too, to learn the knowledge and the skill. And Michael, sorry to quote all them back, but it was good. And Michael spoke about practicing your mind. All right, that is also strengthening character, which Eddie did. But Eddie had it, because since small, he was a joke to everyone. Maybe that built that strength in him. Fortunately, some kids might go on depression, right? But he had the character. Maybe that's a God gift to him that enabled him to have a strong character.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Just one more question before I call Priscilla, which is, you also mentioned that life is not all about, winning, right? It's important to participate and all that. What are your thoughts, since you also mentioned depression, what are your thoughts? Nowadays, mental health is very, very important. And a lot of topics, a lot of speakers speak about it. What are your thoughts on the US champion, the gymnast, Simon Biles, who basically said, you know what, I'm not okay, right? It's not about being the best, as you said, it's about being better. So she came out and she said, I'm not okay. And she backed off. What are your thoughts on that, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, but I don't want to speak about Simon, but the mental thing.
In terms of, no, in terms of sometimes, we are pressured to do the best we can always, but looking after number one, that's what I meant. It's just a thought. But I want to invite Priscilla to ask her question, to unmute and ask her question.
Hi, everyone. So my question is actually very simple. So now I'm a gamer, so I know how hard it is sometimes to win a really tough game, and what negativity and all around you and how it can impact you. I think I have been through a lot in life, and I know how much of role that can hurt you and to what extent it can cripple you. So what are your thoughts on this, Lord Rajj? And I also want to know, how do you actually fight all this negativity around you? I know people say the resilience and strong will and all are really cliched advice. So what do you think we should do differently?
It's not a click of a button, right? It's not a click of a button. We are humans. We are driven by emotions, right? If we don't have that, actually, emotion is an advantage and disadvantage to us. The advantage is emotions, the happy, positive emotions can push us forward to achieve our goals and be a better person. And the same emotions in the opposite side, where it becomes sad, depressed and all that, it can destroy someone, right? To answer your question, it's not a click of a button.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not going to tell you that sit, be strong, you can do it. Tell yourself you can do it. Tell yourself, yes, we can tell ourselves. Yes, be practical. Let's be practical, right?
Yeah.
Right. The one solution to that, especially the youngsters, is the right friends and a mentor. Right? If you remember, and Mahad, earlier you asked a question, you didn't let me to answer. To answer to that question too, my slide on John F. Kennedy, right, where I spoke about, is not just about yourself. It's also who you have lifted, who you have made better, who you have changed positively. That's important. When you have done that and you're moving your life along that way, and you have done that three things, don't you think that someone will do that to you? back. This is what I meant by a group of friends. Not just friends, a group of people. If you ask me for myself, I will tell you it's Rotary. All right. I have met amazing people in Rotary, not just my club, the whole country. Right. I've met different people from different background, different experience, who have done amazing different accomplishments. Right. And when I talk to them, it's different. And whenever I'm down, I speak to people. Right. The another problem that you mentioned happens when we sit alone and we start thinking that we're going to find the solution. But no, exactly. We will overthink. We will double, triple, and quadruple the problem. All right. A problem is only as big as you make. Always remember that. Yeah. So always have a friend, have a group of people, join Rotary Club. All right. It will help. I'm not selling Rotary. It's real. It's my story, right? If 10 years ago you have met me, like Shirley knows me for what, 12, 15 years now, all right? Ask her. I can't even talk. I was an IT nerd. You know, I'm a software engineer. I was doing that nerdiest programming language called C#, right? Which don't exist now. I know it does, but yeah. So, and now I can speak, I can talk, I can mentor, I can motivate. It was in me, but I was holding it back. And thanks to Rotary and the members, they brought it out of me. All right. Now with this pandemic, business is bad. Yes, no income, stuff like that. You know? So I shift my focus to Rotary. I talk to them. They talk to me. They motivate me. They inspire me. You know, you just need someone to say, Prashina, you got this. Find that person.
Thank you.
Definitely, you got it. All of you got it. But one last question because we are running short of time. Danish is asking, if you want something really bad, of course, someone will come and help. If not Branson, it will have become someone else. You know, his question is, it is how intense and determined you are and you focus. So where's the question in that? I'm trying to find, okay.
Yeah, in that story, right? The story, if you look at Branson, he is someone who given up on his life, right? And Eddie changed him.
Yeah.
Right. So it was both benefited. You know, Bronson lifted Eddie and Eddie lifted Bronson. So this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
Don't sit quietly and cry. Talk to someone.
You know, I have a lot of questions, but for time, you know me, whenever I sit with you, I ask you so many questions. I've taken a lot, but I can't ask you. And I have to agree with you. You know, even being a foreigner living here alone, I mean, it's always my fellow Rotarians that I go back to and talk and, you know, when things are not, you know, going well. So thank you very much. I'm afraid we have to, you know, stop it. I mean, stop here and pass it back to the MC. You guys have Raj on your LinkedIn. If you want to ask any questions, you can always reach out to him. Thank you so much. And back to you. I want to invite, I think CK will be doing the word of thanks, right? Can I invite past President CK to give vote of thanks to our speaker?
Yes, Mahat. Thank you very much, Mahat. Raj, that was a beautiful session, Raj. I actually started believing in myself again after a very long time. I think I may need to appoint you as my mentor, Raj, very soon. Can Raj, yeah? One Johorian to another Johorian.
Can, not too late.
Okay, anyway, thank you, Raj. Thank you, Raj. That was a very good session. I'm very sure our young viewers here had a lot of things to take back from that session. We appreciate that. The committee has a certificate for you. Who's going to display the certificate? Anyone displaying the certificate? Okay, Raj, I'll if they don't, they do? Okay.
Whoa, I like this photo of CK.
Hey, thank you. No, go back to the certificate. It's about Raj.
Okay, thanks.
So thanks, Raj. This is a certificate. We will mail it to you. Thank you very much again, Raj. So back to Shirley.
Thank you, CK. Thank you, RYLArians. Thank you, organizer.
Thank you, CK. Thank you, Raj, for making time to empower our young leaders. Thank you, Mahat, for moderating the session. That was an inspiring session indeed. I love what Raj shared. That is so important, that we have to continue to work on being better than we were yesterday, every single day. And now it's time for the results. I'd like to invite Shirley Ho on screen to announce the results for the team engagement activities and RYLA Got Talent. Shirley.
Thank you very much, Millie. Raj, are we ready with the slide to announce the team engagement? Okay.
You can do your wrap up a bit, then I'll display it. No.
All right. So while waiting for Raj to display the slide where we're going to see the results for team engagement only, so which means today's event, the overall standing for the top 3. All right, but before that, I hope we had a good time in the team engagement today. We started off with going to Times Square. We started with a qualifying round first, which was a quiz trivia of 10 questions. And then we moved into Times Square, where y'all were given 25 minutes. And I think maybe getting used to it and all. So your results were quite good, despite the fact that most of y'all were first timers in doing this. And then we went on to qualifying round 2, where we had to guess the movie, and most of y'all did quite well there. And then we had task 2, which was to Buckingham Palace. Most of you got perfect score. I think 4 teams had perfect score for it. And then we had qualifying task 3, which was guess the emoji. And y'all did quite well too. And with that, you had the final task, which was Shibuya, Tokyo. And that, I think, was the killer activity, because based on the results, most teams didn't do too well there. And I think that was also the decider that then basically changed the top 3 standings and also the overall standings also. So with that, let me just announce who were the top 3 teams in the team engagement results, the overall team engagement results for today. So coming in on 3rd placing goes to 6th place. And coming in on 2nd placing goes to Checkmate. And 1st placing goes to Planted Right. So when we had Planted Right and Checkmate tied on the earlier series, now we have a clear winner, and they are not tied in points, but let me tell you, it was so close. It was a difference of 0.5 points difference. So that's how tough the competition was among teams. So with that, we move on to the next, the RYLA Got Talent results. I'm sure you want to know who also were the top 3 teams for the RYLA Got Talent. So coming in on the 3rd placing for RYLA Got Talent was group 007, based on the points from the tabulated total points from all the 3 judges. And coming in on 2nd placing went to 6th place. And of course, coming in tops on RYLA Got Talent, the champion for that was none other than Checkmate. So with that, I hand over now back to the MC. Oh, I'll pass it over now to the RYLA co-chair, Karthi Palanisamy, to give us the RYLA awards.
Okay, thanks, Shirley. I hope you guys have been enjoying it. It's been an exciting 3 days, right? I mean, the catch-all of all this is, of course, all the various things that happened. We started off with the talent show where the RYLA Got Talent, where we actually told you a week before the event on the 10th on exactly what you're supposed to do. You guys came in and you guys submitted your submissions, and you had to do it within 7-8 days. So, well done, guys. You saw the earlier results that Shirley shared in terms of the RYLA Got Talent. And then, of course, we had the scavenger hunt on day 1, which was the second activity. Then you had project ideas too, which it was amazing, right? 8 teams coming in, presenting the entire project ideas from organization to execution to budgets to zeroing into how you put it all together. So really excellent job as far as project ideas are concerned. And of course, today when you had the your virtual engagement activities, 3 parts. So the final results will encompass all these activities put together. So surely you have the results ready?
Yes, we do.
Okay, coming in on 3rd place. Bernard, drum roll.
Give me a minute, yeah, I'm sharing it.
Now, I'm looking at some of the Rotarians who are here and some of the facilitators here. They seem a lot more excited waiting for the results than the participants. Okay, coming in on third place is Six Flags. Woo. Well done, guys. Coming in on second place, and as Shirley told you earlier, it was pretty close, right? So on second place, Checkmate.
You guys can unmute and cheer.
Yeah.
They were waiting.
And on first place for the champion of champions of the Rotary Youth Leadership Awards is Planted Right.
Yes.
There you go, guys. You know, we actually have medals for you guys, but they'll be arranged, and there will be email. There will be probably not email. They'll be posted to you guys in the next week or so. So you will be receiving your medals for these three things: for the champion and champions, Planted Right, Checkmate, and Six Flags. Well done, guys! Congratulations.
Sorry, who'll be arranging for the...
Congratulations!
Business is mathematics.
When you have a personal brand, it gives you a better sense of self-worth.
If you can dream it, you can do it. And you have to believe you can because you can.
How can you innovate and think out of the box and combine it with willpower, which is driven by your pursuit for passion and to just follow the heart? Because if you don't believe in it, obviously you will not work that hard. You will not even bother to do all of this. But when you know your heart is in the right place, really the sky is the limit.
Thank you, Karthi. We would like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor, Yayasan Club Rotary Malaysia, and T-shirt sponsors, Rotary Club of Subang, Rotary Club of Bandar, Sungai, Petani, and Rotary Satellite Club of Pudu Millennials for your support in making it possible. It has been a long journey since October last year. The RYLA finalists have shown their commitment and determination not only to all of us in Rotary District 3300 Malaysia, but more importantly to themselves. With that, I would like to invite RYLA Co-Organizing Chair, Past Assistant Governor Karthi Palanisamy for his closing remarks.
You have to unmute, Karthi.
Thank you, Millie. I've got the notice, unmute myself. Thank you, Millie. On behalf of Co-Chair, Past Governor Kirenjit, I'd just like to first and foremost thank all the sponsors who help us put this together, right? Yes, and Club Rotary Malaysia, the Rotary Clubs of Subang, the Rotary Club of Bandar Petani and the satellite Rotary Club of Pudu Millennials. Putting this together wasn't easy, and I think I saw a comment earlier that we started this, 10 months ago, October last year, in the selection process. And, sometimes we also need to remind the participants, you guys came in on there, there's a lot of investment put by us Rotarians. The rewards of any investment is seeing how well you guys perform. And I think watching you guys perform today being the third day, the last 3 days has been amazing. The kind of projects you guys came up with project ideas, the RYLA Got Talent, the involvement you were in, all the various virtual seminars that you've attended. So really, we are thankful of the participation of all of you all. A lot of Rotary clubs came together to sponsor each and every RYLA candidate to attend this RYLA. So there are close to maybe 40 over Rotary clubs who sponsored you guys to attend this RYLA. There's of course an investment cost of putting this together. Rotarians generally love working with the young. Young adults are really our future. The investment that we put in, there must be some rewards. Our rewards to us is when you guys decide to become volunteers too. The reward to us is when you guys start doing good. The reward to us is when you guys actually take something off this RYLA and go back and give back to society. In the last 10 months, we invested our time, we invested our money, we invested in bringing in the speakers. It is time for you sometimes to give back, and give back can come in many ways. As I said, become volunteers, give back to your colleagues, give back to your peers, give back, or even joining Rotary, or maybe even joining Rotary, right? I hope this group of people here stay on in your chat group. We have asked Mahat, Mili, and Shirley, who's in your group, to keep on helping you all, assist you all, mentoring you all, and seeing whether we can help you in your journey in continuing a relationship with the Rotary family. I must thank a few people who I hope the unmute button is unmuted, right? So I want maybe either Rajj or Bernard to help me pin or spotlight these people. I want to start with 3 main people to help us put together, right? The vice chairs, Shirley and Mili. Can you spotlight these 2 people? Who actually, this entire program was basically put together by Shirley and Mili as the vice chair in charge of program. Yeah. Where's Mili? Right. So guys, thank you very much, Shirley and Mili, for managing this. Mahat, who was involved in the engagement with all the RYLA participants, Mahat Ahmed. Thank you, Mahat. All you guys received your t-shirts, received your bags, received your water bottle, and the guy handling the entire logistic is of course Chandra or CK. Thank you, CK. Well done also in moderating the session with the other Johorian, so not too bad job. And of course, our speaker this evening will also help us put together the engagement series together with colleagues from his office, Rajj. Trying to manage this entire thing isn't easy, because we've got, number one, we've got the sponsors to take care, we've got this, we've got expenses to take care. So the guy who's helping us put all the expenses together, who keeps us reminding that, hey guys, you guys have gone over budget, you guys have not put this, he keeps, giving us hassle all the time, who's been managing all our accounts, Bunsu. Thank you, Bunsu. This guy is amazing. He's our IT, so-called IT person overseeing all this lah. And the amazing thing is, while he is doing all this, he's also in surgery in the hospital. So I'm not sure whether who's the real benefactor. Whether we guys here in RYLA are the one who are the real benefactors, or the people he's actually operating on. Bernard is of course a surgeon with KPJ in Alosta, Dr. Bernard Chan. Thank you very much, Bernard. Is he here or has he gone to surgery now? Oh, it looks like, he's here. Okay, good. Because every time, sometimes we see him always with a mask, right? That's because he's actually halfway through surgery. He's cut the guy up. The guy is holding on while he's coming here to turn on the room for us. Thanks a lot, Bernard, for putting this together. And of course, finally, the person who's kept us all together, the co-chair and past governor, Kirenjit Kaur. She still has the word Queen Kiran there, I suppose. Yeah, okay, that goes along with it. Thank you very much, team. And of course, we must give thanks to Governor Teo, or immediate past District Governor Teo, who's unable to be here, and of course, Governor, our current Governor, Governor Bindi, Dato Bindi Rajasekharan. So, on behalf of all of us in the committee, and on behalf of the governors, and to all the participants of RYLA, to all the facilitators, Rotarians who's helped put this together, thank you very much, and I hope you guys enjoyed RYLA as much as we did. Remember, as part of your delivery, RYLA participants, you must go back and present your presentation to your sponsoring Rotary Club. When that happens, only after that can you call yourself a RYLArian. Until then, you're still RYLA participants, so you need to go back to your host club, who you need to present to, and then you can call each other a RYLArian. And I can call you a RYLArian. And I'm speaking from a former past RYLArian. So from one RYLArian to another, good luck and enjoy yourself, guys, and good evening.
Thank you, Karthi, and congratulations. I can still call them RYLArians, right? Okay,
them,
congratulations. Congrats, and well done, everyone.